Maybe we know about our culture, like Mexican culture, but did we notice that we may have some things in common with United States and also with United Kingdom? That is what we investigated, and that's what we're gonna talk about in this comparison table. So we are the team five of Group 13. Like I said before, we're gonna talk about the general information of British culture, American culture, and also Mexican culture, also their ancient civilizations. We can see an Indian in United States, also the crown in United Kingdom, and a mariachi here in Mexico. Also, we're gonna talk about festivities, holidays, and also food um, of the three countries. And finally, we want to talk about the education system. We can see the Harvard logo, also the Cambridge logo, and finally the UNAM culture. So let's start with my partners.
Let's just start with the presentation. The general facts of US is use cultural education. The students have the option of having their education held in public schools, private schools, or homeschool. Most public and private schools education is divided into three levels: elementary school, junior high school, also often called middle school, and high school. The language, although although the United States has no official language at the federal level, 28 states have passed legislation making English the official language, and it's considered to be the de facto national language. The cuisine, iconic American dishes such as apple pie, donuts, hot dog, pizza, hamburgers, and fried chicken derived from the recipes of various immigrants and domestic innovations. French fries, Mexican dishes such as burritos and tacos, pasta dishes freely adopted from Italian sources are consumed in this country. Okay, let's pass with England culture, English culture. The language is English, originated in England, and is the native language of the English people. And the education in at this country came under the state control in the Victorian era. Initially, schools were categorized as infant schools, primary schools, and secondary schools. England has many independent free-paying schools, some founded hundreds of years ago. Independent schools are known as public schools. Eton College, Harrow School, Oxford University, and rugby schools are four of the best known at this country. And the cuisine, traditional meals have ancient origins, such as bread, vegetables, cheese, and onions. Popular today as the Pluckman lunch, actually accompanied by butter, pickles, chutney, ham, fresh green, salad, boiled eggs, and apples. Potash and fermentary. Uh, and then it's the Big Ben Tower at London. That will be our goodbye.
Well, now we're going to talk about general facts about Mexico and the history of the civilizations in Mexico. Well, first of all, we are going to start with general information in Mexico. Um, Mexico is a country located in North America, bordering the United States to the north, the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean Sea to the east, Belize and Guatemala to the southeast, and the Pacific Ocean to the west and south. Mexico City is the capital and the largest city in Mexico, with a population of over 8 million people in the city and over 21 million in the metropolitan area. The official language of Mexico is the Spanish, but in Mexico we speak around 60 languages like Nahuatl, Zapoteca, Maya, etc. The official currency of Mexico is the Mexican peso. Mexico is a country that is known for its vibrant and diverse culture, including unique music, art, food, and traditions. Some of the most famous dishes that I consider are include tacos, enchiladas, tamales, and pozole. There are more, but I think that those are the most important. Mexico's national holiday is on September 16, which celebrates Mexico's Independence Day. Uh, and Mexico's population is approximately 121 million people, making it the most populous Spanish-speaking country in the world. Well, now with the civilizations, uh, Mexico has a rich story that dates to ancient indigenous civilizations such as the Mayans, Aztecs, and Toltecs. These cultures thrived in Mexico before the arrival of Spanish conquerors in the 16th century. First of all, the Mayans built impressive city-states in the Yucatan Peninsula, like Chichen Itza, where they created a precise system of writing and calendar and developed astronomy and mathematics. The Mayans were such a smart people who likes this type of logic and science, and they gave us a lot of informations that we use nowadays. Well, second one is are the Aztecs founded the city of Tenochtitlan in the Valley of Mexico and created an empire that spanned much of Mesoamerica. The Aztecs also developed a complex polytheistic religion and a hierarchical social structure. Finally, the Toltecs were a culture that established itself in the central altiplano of Mexico, where they developed great skills in metallurgy, sculpture, and ceramics. We in the elementary school we saw these kind of sculptures where there were big heads of rock. These were made by the Toltecs. These Asian civilizations left an important cultural legacy in Mexico, like I said, and their art, architecture, literature, and religion have influenced modern Mexican culture.
I would present about the civilization, ancient civilization in United States and ancient civilization in the UK, United Kingdom. We start with United States. The United States will have four ancient civilizations, and there are the Anasazi, Plains Indians, the unit or scheme of people, the Woodland Indian, and the European Confederate. I will talk about there, but we start with Anasazi. Anasazi were a group of Amerindian tribes from the Access American culture super area. This civilization has left monumental and lyrical remains at several sites. Two have been classified as UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Archaeological remains show foliage of pottery, weaving, and irrigation. They also create symbols that have not been deciphered and observe solar displacement. The Plains Indians, the Plains Indians will the tribe that invade the Great Plain and land between the Rock Mountain and the Mississippi River. The river counter from most of the existence, but when Spanish were introduced forms of their location in the 17th century, the Indians obtained them and changed their way of the life to a nomadic civilization following the migratory route of the American Basin. The true one is the unit or scheme of people. The unit are indigenous people who have traditionally invaded the Central Polar region or the Siberian, Russia, through Alaska, USA, and Canada and Greenland. And we talk about the Island, the Cowboy Bowl, and then in a big forest between the Atlantic Ocean and the Mississippi River too. Uh, these trips are generally common and living in village with women and food and race. And the last one of you say is the Iraqi Confederates. This one or is also known like Five Nations. It's a democratic age of confederation with both participatory and representative characteristics. It was made of American tribes of Iroquois speaking Meridian who inhabited the North Sea. United States and Southeast Canada in the Great Lakes area. Well, that's all of the USA civilization, and now we're gonna talk about civilization in United Kingdom. In United Kingdom, we have three civilizations, three ancient civilizations. The most important are the first. According to historians, the civilization arrived around 500 before Christ from Europe, a prevalence building associated with the civilization in Stone Age, which demonstrates the early knowledge of engineering and mathematics. The time when they dominated most of the UK is known as the Iron Age because of their discovery of metal and the way they manipulate is to create tools and weapons. The second one is the Roman in the UK. Britannia, that's the same name in Latin, is the name given for the Romans to the province that occupied the center and sur of the present-day island of Britain. It existed between the first and 5th century and covered two-thirds of the island, I'm sorry, Britain. Um, the Vikings used the excuse that they need more than land, because the civilization needs also the origin of the Vikings. And the last one, as Anglo-Saxon in the United Kingdom, we have 3 points. The first one, an individual from the Germanic people who invaded England in the 5th century. The second one, belonging to the Anglo-Saxon, and the last one, an adjective applied to the institution and culture of the United States and England as opposed to those of continental Europe. That's all for my part. Thank you so much.
Lifestyle USA. The USA is enormous in the 30th largest country in the world with a population of the more than 300 million people. Americans come all races and ethnics, have different religions, and speak many different languages from around the world. Americans believe in the freedom of the choice. The country is the land of the free, and as such, a system have constitutional rights, their own choice, and they have freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of political affiliation, freedom of opinions, and a long list of many freedoms. The American people very much exercise every inch of their rights while following the rule of the law jurisdiction. In the USA, there is a very strong food culture and thus welcome different cuisine for the different continents, countries, and regions. The cuisines are eaten across the country and highly reserved by the American people. And also in the USA, discrimination of vocal statutes against an individual based of the gender, religion, sexual orientation, or race is against the law and they can be punished under hate crime. As a student in the USA, you are expected to ask questions as the teacher will assume that their teaching is not good enough. Students should also be respectful in the classroom and to their instructor and still maintain the approach to the classroom behavior. However, eye service is for words of American are the extremely informal and they call most people with their first name or nicknames. Americans smile and they love and they have very conforming discuss personal issues with strange. And the American people value time and they say this is money, so it is important to not be tardy to classes, interviews, appointments, and event parties. Easter, Thanksgiving, July 40, and Christmas as the more celebration holiday in USA. Lifestyle UK, the culture of the England and the United Kingdom is vastly different, made out of the four countries, England, Scotland, Wales, and the North Ireland. Each sector of the UK has its own identity and traditions. Approximately 65 million people call the UK home, with the most base is the England. The capital city of the UK is England. London is by far the biggest city in the country. Like the rest of the UK, London is the proudly multicultural and multified. You will be extended to respect other people's religion beliefs as they are expect to respect yours. English is the official language of the UK, but isn't the only native language. You many also have Welsh in the Wales, Gaelic and Scots in Scotland, Irish Gaelic and the Northern Ireland, and Cornish in Cornwall. There have there are a number of days through the year that are celebrated in Britain. Here are the few of the highlights. Bruce Night, Valentine's Day, is stamped. Some of the above dates are public holidays known as the Black holidays when the school and the business are closed, whilst others are simply celebration days. Student social life in the UK often involves drinking alcohol, and the university student union bar will usually be a focus of activity and meeting. All places that serve alcohol also serve of soft drinks, and if you choose not to drink alcohol, this will not harm your student social life or ability to meet people. Generally speaking, British is very open and accepting to LGBT, lesbian, gays, bisexuals, transgenders, people and some concerts, and there are laws in the place to protect such people from discrimination. Making tea in a table, making small talk, asking for the bill, and many other aspects for daily life in UK are all discussed in this interesting gift to the patient numbers.
Hi, my name is Daniela Rodriguez, and I am going to talk about the education in United Kingdom and United States. Well, first I'm going to start with the United States. Let's watch. Okay, so the United States education system consists in 12 years of elementary and secondary school. Well, education, sorry. And these two educations are before the post-secondary education. And well, these three are we're going to see it in a minute, but first let's and it's important to say that the USA education has public and private systems, where public system is generally free and it's given by the government of the country. Well, let's introduce us more in the elementary and secondary school. Well, this is this is divided into three stages. That we have the elementary school, the middle school, and the high school. Well, first we're going to talk about the elementary school. This is about 6 to 7 years, starting in the kindergarten as here in Mexico. It's mostly common. Well, so this is to grade 5 or 6. This is depending on the school state or the system that they are having. Well, after the elementary school, we go to the middle school. Well, the middle school is about 2 to 3 years. This is starting in grade 6 or 7 through to grade 8. This can be like 2 or 3 years. It depends on how you get your elementary school. If it was the elementary to grade 5 or to the 6th grade. So after the middle school, we go to the high school. The high school is about 4 years. In all the high school, it needs to be about 4 years. This is before the university of or the post-secondary education that we're going to see in a minute. Um, this is from grade 9 to grade 12. And after the students go to the 12th level, they receive their diploma, and with this diploma, they can go and make their post-secondary education. If they do not have this, they will not be able to make it. Okay, so after this, we have the post-secondary education. We can watch here, where there are different types of post-secondary education systems, which are state college or university. This is more affordable. Private college or university, the community college. This is a 2-year associate degree uh, education qualification. We're going to see the associate degree in a little bit. So with this, you can do programs, certifications, etc. And also we have the Institute of Technology. These are universities that specialize in engineering, technology, sciences, natural sciences. These are like female here. This could be known as a Institute of Technology because it's an engineering school. So, the USA comes with level of education qualifications, which are prepared into associate degrees, bachelor degrees, master, and doctorate. Okay, so the associate degrees is the one that we watch a little bit later, and this is normally 2 years program, and it is made for basic knowledge on some subjects. These prepare students for entry-level positions in fields as nursery, design, and education. In the other hand, we have the bachelor degrees. This is mostly 4 years. This is like the Institute of Technology, and this program is made is this program provides students education and preparation for most career paths. This is These after these students are able to accept full-time role in their respective field after graduation. Um, this is very important. This is like a career here in the faculty of engineering, and it's important because if you have the bachelor's diploma, you will have a better job and most opportunities than the other people sometimes. In the other hand, we have the masters. Like in most of the countries, the education program of this country give you the opportunity to make a master. This is about 1 to 2 years and is specializing in the area of the study. It most refers to what you have studied before, and you can do in whatever area that you want to specialize. Also, we have the PhD that is after you make a master. Well, there are different types of doctoral degrees here. All are typically research based and require students to have a research supervisor at the university that they are applying to. And in the case of the medical field, they need to obtain a Doctor of Medicine designation. Well, let's go to the, I'm sorry. Let's go to the Unit Kingdom education. Well, the Unit Kingdom education is characterized by having an educational system that in other countries is mandatory for children to 5 to 80 years old. The Unit Kingdom system is divided into 4 stages, which are primary education, secondary education, further education, and higher education. Well, the primary education begins at age of 5 and continues until age of 11. This stage is divided into 6 years, where the first year is named GR, reception. This is like the kindergarten, like an introduction to primary school from 4 to 5 years old. Well, after you make this primary education, you can go to the secondary education. The secondary education is about 5 years. The first 2 years, they mainly study the most common subjects that we watch most of the people on school are English, math, science, but also they have some subjects that are like optatives that they can choose, like art, music, drama, other subjects that the school most of schools give the opportunity to the schools to select. Um, in, it's important to mention that in the 9th year is the year when the students make the transition from junior school to the senior school. This is a very important transition. On the other hand, in the United Kingdom, there is the GCSE program that it means General Certificate of Secondary School. This is an academic qualification in a particular subject like English literature, English language, mathematics, science, history, geography, other subjects that they provide to you. That when the students are in the last 2 years of secondary education, they prepare for these exams, and after 2 years, and when they have already present them, they can have a certificate that it's very important for the university that they are going to choose in the future. This is very important in this country and give you the opportunity to go to a better university, or also this can give you the opportunity to go to other university outside the country. Okay, now, for university preparation, there exists the A-level study and the international baccalaureate. That's shorty is IB. The A-level consists in 2-year program which leads to advanced level examinations where students specialize in 3 or 4 subjects focused at university. Well, these are very important because this A-level study is more focused in what you want to study in the future, in the university, in the bachelor, etc. Um, this is important because it also have an important part in the university selection, and make you it gives you certifications for be more prepared for the future. In the other hand, we have the IB, which is for the students that do not only want 3 to 4 certifications, they want more subjects like 6. And in this is the limit is 6 subjects and 3 at a higher level and 3 in the standard level. This prepares you more to get better prepared to the university or what do you want to do in the future. Well, now going to the university stage, the UK is one of the world's most popular destinations for students from other countries to get their education here in the university. The university normally takes 3 years, and some of the most important are Bachelor or Arts, Bachelor of Engineering, Bachelor of Science. Um, After you finish this stage of university, you can have the your diploma or etc. And you can make a master or a PhD also. These are the higher education that this country also provides to you. This is all. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Juan Jesus González Rodriguez. I will tell you about the lifestyle and education system in Mexico. Mexico has made great strides in recent decades in improving the quality of life of its citizens. However, compared to other countries included in the Better Life Index, Mexico performs on average less, while in many areas employed education, health, environmental, quality social, relations, safety, and life satisfaction. These results are based on selected available data. OECD, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, The Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development was created with the mission of promoting policies that cooperation the economic and social well-being of individual countries. In Mexico, the average per capita adjusted net disposable household income 16,269 per year, lower that of the OECD average of USA 30,419. In terms of employment, about 59% of people aged 50 to 64 in Mexico are in paid employment, lower than the OECD average of 66%, about 76% of men are gainfully employed compared to 45% of women. Having good level of education and skills is an important prerequisite for finding a job. In Mexico, 42% of adults aged 25 to 64 have completed high school. In the field of health, life expectancy and birth in Mexico is 75 years, 6 years less than the OECD average of 81 years. Voter turnout and measure of citizen participation in the political process was 63% during recent election, lower than the OECD average of 69. Asked to rate their overall life satisfaction on a scale of 0 to 10, Mexican gave an average rating of 6, lower than the OECD average 6.7. Population approximately in Mexico 126 million. Visitors per year approximately 76 million. The Mexican education system is composed of basic, middle, and higher education in the school, non-school, and mixed modalities. The Mexican national system is composed of basic, middle, and higher education in the school, non-school, and mixed modalities. Basic education consists of preschool 3 years, primary 6 years, and secondary 3 years. The middle higher type comprises the high school level as well as other levels equivalent to it, and professional education thus does not require a high school diploma or its equivalents, 2 or 3 years, depending on the high school diploma or its equivalents. The higher level is offered after the baccalaureate or its equivalents. At is composed of the bachelor's degree 5 years. The specialty, the master degree and doctorate 2 years approximately, as well as terminal option prior to the conclusion of the bachelor's degree, such as student of the higher university technical. It includes normal education at all levels and all specialty. Thank you so much.
Finally, we're gonna read the final conclusion about this work, and we say that in conclusion, each country culture, Mexico, the UK, and the US, reflects the richness and complexity of human society in its own special way. While there are certain shared interests like a love of sports, music, and food between the cultures, there are also disparities in things like beliefs, traditions, and customs. Mexico indigenous heritage, Catholicism, and Spanish colonization have had a significant impact on the country culture. Family, community, and religion are strongly valued, and it celebrates its culture past via vivacious song, dance, and cuisine. The lengthy and rich history of the United Kingdom has influenced its culture in a variety of ways. In its nation, with many different traditions, customs, and accents that places a heavy emphasis on formality and society protocol. In addition to being well known for its iconic landmarks and royal family, it is also well known for its literature, music, and art. Native American, European, African, and Asian traditions are all had impact in American culture, which all a melting pot. It has developed into a global leader in technology, entertainment, and entrepreneurship, and places with high importance or individualism, innovation, and hard work. Hollywood films, rock music, and fast food restaurants may be found all over the world, like McDonald's, Burger King, Cars Jr., like Walmart, HB, um, more products in of food, of also tools which demonstrate the huge influence of its popular culture. In conclusion, despite the fact that these are three nations may have some things in common, they are fascinating and different of their own right because of their diverse culture. Thanks for all.